Hey folks, Jim here, aka Battle of the Dead. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another issue of White Dwarf magazine. Now, as with all of these videos, if you like them, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and drop a comment down below. It is greatly appreciated. Now, we're on to issue 459 of White Dwarf, and it is the one that came out just before Christmas. I have had it a couple of days, I just haven't had time to do this video because of the chaos that is Christmas. And with that, I hope you had a very good Christmas. Right, so let's crack into it, shall we? So, as per usual, we're going to go through the contact section first. So, as per usual, we're going to start off with the contact section. Some very nice painted models. So we've got some awesome Kurnoth hunters here. Look very nice. I do really like the way that the scythes have been done with a whiter tip, so it is really hard for the camera to actually pick them up, but they are really nice. They are very good looking models. Then you've got all these different warbands from Underworlds. So you've got the Godsworn Hunt at the top, which is very nicely painted. I do like the dog in the way that that's been painted. It's very reminiscent of the game Okami, which came out on like GameCube, Wii, and something else as well. I'm probably completely forgetting about it. Fundrix Profiteers here as well, which are very nice. I quite like the idea of having these guys in that kind of like Jade style armour. And Hrothgorn's Man-Trappers as well there, looking pretty decent. I'm not as big a fan of them ones, but they do look pretty good anyway. They are very nicely painted. Onto the next page, you've got a Typhus, Herald of the Plague God model there, which is very nicely done, and I do like the way that the base has been completed to finish off a model and make it look very Nurgle-ish, which is quite nice. Then you have a super clean, nice, crisp model here. This is really nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's a conversion. It is called Pegasus, and it's an Aldari super heavy transport converted. It is lovely though, I must admit. That is, them clean lines make it look fantastic and look very nice. And of course you've got that purple Tau armour as well, which looks very good, which is definitely one of the nicest Tau armours that you can get. Having them clean lines going all the way around looks very kind of anime and super futuristic and everything like that. Very nice models there. Then onto the next page, you've got a very nice good old Space Wolves Primaris Repulsor tank, which is very well done and looks very nice. And you've also got the model of the month, which they've got here, which is Gazcool Thraka by Rob Davis. It is really nice to see an orc model being the model of the month. And then you've got a really cool Legolas and Haldir with that Goblin. That Goblin is awesome. But having all that kind of murky water surrounding it looks very good. Which you can make with epoxy resin, of course, if you really wish to. Or you can get some from Green Stuff World, which is really good. Some kind of water effects, which is pretty cool stuff. And that is pretty much the end of this little section of models. Going into Warhammer Age of Sigmar, the Tome Celestial, of course, showing off some lovely goblins, which are really cool. They are some really nice looking, horrible 8-legged freak spiders, but they are some really cool goblins. They are very nicely painted models, not gonna lie. This is obviously from the Heavy Metal team or the Warhammer teams painting them, but these look really cool. They have a very nice look to them. There's a lot of information, some pretty cool artwork like that image there, which is also on the cover, which is really good stuff, and kind of giving you more information about having goblins and these giant spiders kind of roaming around as part of these kind of groupings. And then of course how to paint them. So how to get it battle ready, and you're making it look like that, or you can get it parade ready, where it's got a lot more detail, looks very nice, and has a very cool look to it. if I personally was painting them, I would always go for parade ready because they look pretty cool. And of course, their suggestion: make the painting easier. Do sub-assemblies. Do not paint the goblin on top of a spider. Paint them separate from each other. They'll look far better, and you can get a lot more detail in there. And of course, you can always make them look pretty cool with other ways and means of doing them, which is very, very cool, and is always very nice to see. And then you got this awesome picture there with all these spider riders, giant spiders as well, which look quite menacing and demonic and everything like that. And they should be very, very good, and they are pretty damn cool, if I say so myself, considering I dislike spiders to all kinds of hell. Moving on though, you got rules of engagement, and it is focusing on Seraphon in this one, which kind of is always very, very good. So it's about some of the rules. So you got some really cool, very well painted Seraphon models there, with some skinks. You got a Slon priest, and you got the Carnosaur as well, with old one on the top of it, and a lot of more cooler stuff about how to play the game and everything like that, and best ways of how they kind of design it all. And then you've got an awesome army showcase as well to go with this, which is of course the disciples of Zeech as well. Which this collection was painted by somebody called Steve Wren, and these are really, really nice. I'm not gonna lie, this is quite a bulky army. So you've got loads of blue horrors, you've got some kind of brimstone horrors as well, you've got a couple of good old big models, you've got some cool ones, you've got some Zangors, you've got all sorts in there. They are cool as hell. It is really, really nice. You have these acolytes as well, which look really, really good. And this is probably definitely one of the best looking chaos armies I've seen for a long, long time. Very, very colourful, very, very nice to look at, very, very pleasing. And yeah, definitely good looking models, if I do say so myself. These look really, really cool, and I would be very, very proud if I could paint an army in this style. Moving into more 40k kind of stuff, we have after the Flashpoint information, we have these called Crusade Collections, which are pretty cool. So you have Acadian 77th Bellis Corona Expeditionary Force. These were painted by James Gallagher. These are really, really nice looking models as well. They're very uniform in that kind of earthy kind of colour, and very, very deserty kind of tones and stuff like that, which look really, really cool. I'm not going to lie, they are very, very well done. You've got an awesome cult of Shadow Spectres, Gene Stealer cults on this page by Callum McPherson. Very, very nice as well. Not going to lie, they are very, very cool. And you've got some White Scars as well. White Scars aren't my favourite paint scheme, so I'm personally not overly impressed with them, but they are very, very well painted. But they're just not for me. In all honesty, it's not my kind of not my cup of tea. That kind of model, that kind of paint scheme isn't. You've got the Shadow Crusaders, which look really, really cool, having a very dark kind of look to them. Black greys and purples look very, very cool and look very, very nice. And the bases are very, very well done as well. I'm not gonna lie, they look really, really good. You've got a Khorne army, a good old Chaos army. For 40k, the Scarlet Ritual War Host, World Bearers Chaos Space Marines Crusade Force by Matt Hudson, which look really, really good as well. Then we've got some awesome Tyranids as well, which look really, really nice. They are very, very bone kind of coloured, but they look really, really awesome. And then it was Strike Force Justinian by Harvey Snape, Knights of the Byzantium Space Marines Crusade Force. That purple looks really, really cool and makes it look very, very nice. Not gonna lie, very, very well painted models in all of the sections, even though there are some that I'm not a big fan of, but they are very, very cool. Now, in this issue, there is even a section for Blood Bowl, which is fantastic. A match report for it. So the Bargenhofen Barons going up against Thunder Valley Greenskins. I'm a big fan of Blood Bowl. I really, really do like it. You've got some awesome painted models as well, and it's nice to see a match report in White Dwarf for this as well. So you have the actual names that these guys have given to all their team as well. So you've got Streya Gergen, the bodyguard, Maria Schergen, Heimlich Klompf, Leopold Helgunden. Griff Overworld as well, of course, being in there because he's a star player. So you have to have him in there, because why would you not, in all honesty? And it was very, very nice to see a match report that done in a very, very Blood Bowl style as well, with having the good old Jim Johnson and Bob Bifford as well doing the commentary like you would in the games and stuff like that as well, and they appear in the new Blood Bowl book and stuff like that as well, which makes them look really, really cool. And it is very, very good to see something like that going on. And that's near enough out for this issue. So in the outside of the studio, of course, you've got some bits and pieces from the people who actually do White Dwarf and work for Warhammer and everything like that. You've got them obviously advertising their Christmas jumpers, because why wouldn't you, in all honesty. Very cool Thousand Suns Noise Marine, which is pretty cool, and is a very nice model as well. You've got some Space Wolves, you've got some Blood Bowl Night, good old Undead team players just there. You've got some Underworld shenanigans going on. You've got a load of cool items as well. Some very, very good stuff in this issue of White Dwarf. Some very nice models to look at as well, and some very cool little stories in the fiction section to have a read through. And that's pretty much it. So, right, that is it for me. Next month time, I'm guessing, well, we've got Gargants on the back there, so who knows if it's going to be to do with Gargants. We will see. It should be for a Sun's Bayonet. It'll be very, very nice to see them in the magazine and see some more paint for them as well. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, hit a like button, and don't forget to subscribe. But thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your New Year's if I do not see you beforehand. Thank you very much. Bye bye now.